In 1901, when Vida was just 6 years old, her mother Kissy, as she was called, passed away. Vida was raised by her stepmother, Agnes Viola, along with 16 other children.
Those are her sisters? Who are least faithful?
Joseph Earl and Alethra Bunker, and their 9 children. Vida was the 7th child. Here they are at a tea party. Vida is one of the young ones in the middle. The others are Neil Bunker, Amelia Bunker, and Amelia's little brother, Clyde Bunker. Vida was second from the right. Here's her with Rosie Levitt and Mary Adams. Vida's in the middle. Vida with Carrie Hannock. Ella recalls the wash days and how Vida would boss the younger ones around. Also the bath days, Saturday, when they took turns getting scrubbed. The older sisters took the younger ones in for the weekly scrubbing. Joseph Eyre was without a doubt a strong father, dedicated to his family. He wrote faithfully in his diary, not only a daily log, but also of his personal feelings for the family. Joseph Eyre was quite well known for wanting to have everything as he left it in his study. Many members of the family recall their father's room, which was filled with books, old magazines, boxes of letters, newspapers. It would become extremely cluttered, and the older girls were afraid to touch anything. But when Vida went in to clean it up, she really cleaned up and rearranged things. Her father would then get very upset, and if some of his papers were missing, he always went after Vida because he could tell she had been straightening up in his room. This is one of the few pictures in which you can catch Vida with a smile. This is a group shot. Vida's husband Merlin served in the Army. He was discharged honorably July 26, 1919. The reason was convenience of the government. Here's an excerpt from our grandfather's diary. October 23, 1915. Vida is at school taking a normal course. During the summer of 1916, grandfather noted that Vida is now teaching at Overton. She is getting $70 a month. In 1917, Vida taught school at Overton, and Zella went to live with her and attended the 5th grade. She recalls that Vida purchased a lovely set of silverware with the initial E on it, and she gave it to her father and Aunt Viola. The family was very delighted and proud of this gift. September 6, 1922, from grandfather's diary. Vida is at Las Vegas as a nurse in the hospital. I am much pleased with my children that they take kindly to education. Many times Vida was called to use her nurse's training for the family. Melba says that on Christmas Day, 1933, Vida and Merlin stopped by their home to visit. It just happened that Melba was very ill and about ready to give birth to Mary. She was in labor. There were no doctors. Vida had Merlin take their children and also Melba's children up to the Overton to stay with Milton and Father and Aunt Viola, while she, Vida, stayed with Melba all day and helped deliver little Mary. Merlin served in the Army during World War I and was stationed in France. Vida married Merlin Heber Hardy, August 25, 1924. Merlin was raised in Bunkerville. He was the son of Heber Hardy and Betsy Levitt. Here's the school roster of the Bunkerville Public School. Vida, Earl, and Merlin Hardy were both in the same class, where they courted and shortly after married. Merlin's devotion to church and service was very important to him. Here we have a blessing that was given to him by one of the leaders of the church, Hiram Smith. Part of the blessing reads, "Therefore shrink not from thy duties in the service of thy fellows, which is the service of the Lord, but go forth with courage and prepare thyself for the duties and obligations of a sacred mission, both at home and abroad, both as a teacher among kindred and friends, and as an honored father in Israel." Merlin did go on to become an honored father in Israel. Merlin's sons remember their father and try and follow his example in raising their children as well as he raised theirs. After Merlin and Vida were married in 1924, they moved to Las Vegas, where Merlin worked for Mr. Blanding on his ranch. The following year, Vida took ill with child and found it necessary for her to stay in Overton with Mrs. Jones to get extra care. As a new husband, Merlin was very attentive to Vida and wrote many letters. They showed his loving and gentle nature, as they are mostly addressed to "my dear little girl." One of the letters he writes, "So be a good girl for another week and take good care of yourself. Eat all you can get and be fat and pretty. And just show that little fellow that he isn't boss in the family yet." The little fellow was Scott, their firstborn. Then Martin was born on April 3rd, 1927. Joseph Earl made reference in his diary to show how much he enjoyed visiting Vida's home during these years with the boys. As the year 1927 was drawing to a close, Vida and Merlin are living in Las Vegas and doing well, and have two nice boys. I do love to stay with them. While over there, January 2nd, 1930, Vida is such a sweet, good girl to her parents and her brothers and sisters. I always enjoy going to her place. Here's some advice that Merlin had written to Nell. "Be honest, but never say all that is in thy heart. To the dearest one in the world, be kind, devoted, and true, but make him pay the price for the treasures of his heart." And then it's signed, "Sincerely, Merlin. P.S. Everybody makes mistakes. Never use a pencil without a rubber." Merlin later was starting to have some pains in his chest, and so he went to see a doctor. Here's the letter that was written from the doctor. "You'll recall that I found no evidence of organic heart disease, either in ordinary examination, electronogram, or chest fluoroscopy. Blood pressure was normal, pulse was normal, urine was normal, routine blood tests were normal, including Wasserman. Fasting blood sugar was normal. The basal metabolic was within normal limit. You will recall that I told you that I felt your symptoms were due to a combination of nervous reaction and infection from teeth and sinuses, and that these could be cared for at home." And then it was signed. This was April 16th, 1942. 6 months later, October 22nd, Merlin died of a heart attack. Here's his birth certificate. He was 50 years old, 4 months and 15 days. They were living in Clark County, Las Vegas at the time. Vida was left alone to raise the 3 children on her own. Merlin passed away when Richard was in the 6th grade. Vida was left to raise the family, and she managed to make her living in her home by renting rooms and taking care of children. Here is Richard with one of the foster brothers who lived with us for a little period. Scott Hardy showed an early inclination toward adventurous business activity. He served with the Air Force and flew B-59s from Guam. After his discharge, he went to the BYU and finished his schooling in business areas. While at the Y, he found his lovely bride, Miriam, and they proceeded to begin their very large family. Scott left his mark on the whole family. He was dedicated to church service, and he followed the example of his mother, giving himself to others. Here's some pictures of his children and their spouses. Martin was a star athlete in high school and junior class president of 1944 of Las Vegas High School. He was the only one of the 3 boys that achieved the Eagle Scout Award. Martin enlisted in the Navy after graduation from high school and then received an appointment to the Naval Academy. He became a Navy flyer. After several tours of duty, he was assigned to the Naval Academy as an instructor for 2 years, and then later went to the war went to war college at Rhode Island. Martin eventually made commander in the Navy. Martin married Kathleen Clark, the daughter of a naval officer. They now have 5 children. Here are some of their children. Richard went to Brigham Young University after graduation from high school, but left school to work for a year and then served 22 months in the Navy as an enlisted man. When Richard got out of the Navy, he returned to BYU and then was called to the Spanish-American mission. After his mission, Richard finally got a degree from BYU. It was a total of 10 years from the time he entered in 1949 until he received his bachelor's degree in 1959 without finding a mate. After graduation, Richard went to San Diego where he met and married Janet and has made his home since there in San Diego. Richard and Janet have 4 children. Richard and Janet also own a mortgage company now. Here's Richard at BYU. Here's Richard with his first son, John, and their whole family with an Indian kid. They like to do lots of activities together. Here's the family, Jimmy the youngest. Jimmy went on a mission. John got married to Jennifer and had a baby. Here's Jimmy the day before he went on his mission. John with his daughter Megan. Linda married Gary and had some kids, 4 of them. Maria met somebody and got married real quick, and they also have 4 kids too. And here we have Vida and her sister, and lots of other older people and family. Some of these shots we don't know who they are or where they came from, but we know their family, so we like to show them to people whenever we can. Richard, Scott, and Martin, and Vida. 3 good-looking guys. Here we have Vida and Merlin in their high school yearbook picture. There's Vida, and there's Merlin. The family together. Martin, the 2 brothers. Let's talk to Richard for a second.
We're delighted to be at the party today, anniversary of Vida and Merlin. We're married August 25, but I don't remember the year. And this is their anniversary, and we're going to get together every year near their anniversary in August to celebrate.
Did you get a new cowboy hat?
I know, that's my old cowboy hat, and I use it every year whenever I need it.
Alright, and here's Martin.
And yeah, I've got my Mexican Bandit hat on, so I'm ready. And just a reminder, this is the 2nd annual Hardy Family Reunion. We did it at the same spot last year, same time.
And we'll
Sounds
be here
great.
next year, same time.
We'll be here next year.
Alright. And here's Maria. Maria just has got her family going. And let's see, where's Mark? Hey, there's Mark. This is the guy that she married some years ago, and they have 4 kids.
What a mistake, huh?
So where's your little kids, guys?
Meeting with Linda and Gary. Linda and Gary just came.
Into a new home up in Bakersfield.
We're moving into a new home up north of Bakersfield, Tulare. Real excited.
Where have you been for the last couple of years?
Bouncing around.
Bouncing around.
Back and forth across the states.
What type of work are you doing?
We're building houses now, construction.
Sounds good.
Build some communities here.
Now, how many kids are you on? Are you on your 6 or 7?
We're on 4.
4?
Getting up there.
Where are those little guys? Hey, there's my woman.
Checking out the surfboard.
Oh, they're thrashing the boards. That's good. That's good. Oh, Maria, tell us something about your family.
Did you work up?
Oh, well, it's just so wonderful to have 4 kids.
You excited to be back down in San Diego?
Oh yeah, we love it.
Okay. Here's Jimmy
and Camber.
I'm Jimmy. I'm Richard's youngest son. And this is Camber. We just got married 1 month ago. We're having our reunion today.
Our
Anniversary. And she's from Mission Viejo. And we're excited to live down here. I'm working in the mortgage business. And she's starting her career, and we don't know what. So say hi.
Hi. Today's
All
our
right.
1 month anniversary.
1 month. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Getting up there, guys.
5 children.
Any other kids?
It's torture.
Give me a better one.
It's Maria.
Yes.
How you doing?
We're good.
We're gonna pan around. Here we got Amy and Melissa talking, checking out the new fashions they picked up since they've been apart the last couple days. Checking them out. Swing over here. Nope. No baby in there. We're checking out the ocean here. It's sweet. A few waves, a little small. Getting your little commentary. There's Martin again. Michael, Craig.
No, you're pretty much down.
Checking out the sand and the water. Oh, here comes Linda. Linda and Kelly working away in.
I need to do it like
Today's Thursday.
So much like this.
Linda Pulsifer, Richard's oldest daughter, and Kelly.
And tell the camera what you're doing.
And we're looking for Gary, but I don't see him, so she can give a little introduction, say what's happening today.
Gary's right there.
Is he right over there?
Why don't you look at
Oh,
me?
there's her husband Gary. You can see him behind the board there, checking out the board, getting ready, picking his stick for the waves.
So is all of your family
This is
here?
so cool to be down.
Oh, there's big old Craig. Hey Craig, how's it going?
Dad, can you surf with me?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't think so.
last
This
weekend.
is a long one made out of paper.
Good. I haven't written yet.
Yes, I know. Some of them might be like that, but... Jimmy's coming right! He's back! Yahoo!
Here I am with my new board. I call this the Stick of Judah. It's got all the pages of the Bible on here, so in case I'm out in the water, I can read it. So
Check that thing out. We're talking probably what, 9.5, 10 foot?
it's a 9-foot board. I should be dropping into some pretty big waves today.
Let's get a close-up of one of the scriptures here.
Let me go ahead and read a scripture here for you.
Alrighty.
Let's go to the wisdom of Solomon. Love justice. You rulers of the earth, set your mind upon I the Lord, and is your duty, and seek him in simplicity of heart, for he is known to those who never doubt him.
Wow, that's heavy.
All right.
That I brought back from the North Shore last year. We
Okay.
surfed Waimea, 25 foot.
Now, is
dropped in.
Is
cut
this
off.
Richard's daughter, Linda?
Richard's, yes.
Richard's daughter? And who is this guy here, Linda?
This is my husband Gary.
Gary.
This is my oldest,
She's
Christy.
so polite.
Did you meet this guy in Hawaii?
No, we met here in San Diego.
Oh.
Long, long time ago.
This guy is
Fell
still.
in love when she first saw me.
So how many kids do you have now?
Oh, that's a good question.
4 children now.
Is this one of your kids?
This is our oldest, Christy.
All right. Who else we got?
This is the baby right here. This is my baby, Kelly.
Oh, where? Oh, there? Hi, Kelly. Okay. Well, Gary, tell us what you're doing with yourself.
Dude, I'm going to go out and show you how to surf out in the waves. Other than that, I straighten teeth in my spare time.
Straighten teeth, eh?
That's right.
You get paid for that?
Sometimes they'll bring their payment in each month. Other times, no.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds good. So you're an ortho.
Orthodontist, yeah.
Orthodontist. All right.
So
well,
anybody
welcome
in
to the
family
party.
that needs their teeth.
Happy birthday, Vida and Merlin. They were married on August 25th. And so this is the yearly anniversary. There's Camber, my wife. Camber Hardy, wife of James Hardy, son of Richard Hardy, youngest son. There's Richard.
Hi, I'm Jim Hardy. This is my wife, Camber, and we just got married. Oh, wait. No, I'm the other Jim. Okay. I'm Jim Hardy. This is my wife, Dorothy, and we just got married 8 years ago.
8 years
So we're still
So you're
on our honeymoon.
newlyweds.
We're newlyweds.
Is this your honeymoon?
This is our honeymoon, yes.
Part of it. It's been extended.
Okay.
Yes, and I'd like to point out that Georgia Tech is #1 here.
All right.
This is for all those people who are interested in college football.
Now, are you Martin's oldest?
We are Martin's oldest son.
Oldest son.
Right. #2 and of 5.
And how many kids do you have?
We have one. You want to pan across to get a shot of her? Right there. Right there.
In the water. Okay, there they are. Yeah, they're just playing in the waves.
Right next to her. That's Susan's second.
All right.
Coming up for the interview.
It's coming up for the interview. And so, what's new in your guys' life?
Well, let's see, we moved about 8 months ago to Yorba Linda from Garden Grove.
That's in
And-
California.
Yeah, we live in
Hi,
California.
JP.
Been in Southern
Oh,
California
we're not quite
for
ready yet for you.
5 years now. And before
You
that,
like
we lived
it?
in Alaska for 3 years. We
Wow.
much prefer Southern California to Alaska, yes.
I
Can't do this in Alaska too
No,
often.
you can't. All
Well,
right.
ice fishing.
What kind of work you doing?
Dorothy just quit her job and has become a domestic for the time being, but she's thinking about going back on part-time,
Okay.
and she's going to be a private investigator.
Ooh. She gonna drive one of those?
I want a red
Ferrari?
Ferrari. I'm
Red
waiting.
Ferrari with the
Right.
convertible.
Good.
And I'm an engineer. I work for ARCO in Southern California at the
All
Los
right.
Angeles refinery. And,
Okay. Any last words for the other Hardys out there?
last word.
Last words. This sounds,
Hey, are we
sounds
moved?
serious. I hope you don't know something we don't know.
This is going out to all of the generations among all over the world.
Well, it's an honor to be a Hardy.
All right.
Hope you appreciate it.
This is Maria and Mark's, Richard's kids. Who are you looking for? Oh, you're so buff. There's Michael, Christy, and Melissa. Those are grandchildren of Richard and Janet. Linda Hardy. There's Mark, and there's Martin down here getting his feet wet. There's Karen, there's Martin's daughter.
Here's the littlest John in the family.
Who's this little guy?
This is John Martin.
John Martin.
John Martin Stanford.
All
Yes.
right. And
One of many Johns.
How many kids do you guys have now?
We just have one.
Just one.
John
This
Martin Stanford.
First one right there.
That's it. First of many.
All right.
Say hi, Jimmy. Too many Jimmys.
Who do we got crying over here? Craig? What are you doing? Oh, it's just building the foundation, huh? Gary taking care of his little one, and Maria got stung with the bee, and she's taking care of her little one. Foot's gotten all swollen up. Mark's got a little one here. Camber, where's your little one?
I'm your little one.
Oh, okay. All right. You're a good-looking little one. Here with this little chick. This is John Hardy, Richard's oldest. John, who's this little girl you got here?
Don't know.
You don't know? Who are you?
I'm from the orphanage.
From the orphanage. Oh, I don't know about that. What's your name?
Matilda.
Matilda. John, is that right? This is Megan. This is John's daughter. She's 12 now. They both just had a birthday. So John, tell us what you're up to now.
Nothing really.
Well, you got to be up to something. What do you tell the Hardy family
again?
what you're
Oh
doing?
well. Oh well. Oh, there's another one. Took that one.
John, you're working where?
Got to escape here, or you want to?
Not working.
John's an accountant, and he's doing a little bit of... You tell him about your trip. Where are you going on your trip?
Going to Austria.
Austria. Do some backpacking.
Okay, hey, I'm Mark Hardy.
Okay, and you're Martin's youngest?
Martin's second youngest, Ann's the youngest.
Second youngest.
Fourth of 5 kids.
All right.
Living in Arizona. I've just come out to California for a California tour.
Do some surfing out here?
We'll later. Got your surfboards over here.
You're gonna pick out a
So we
nice
will check
board?
it out and do the surfing thing, you know.
Sounds good.
So yeah, we went out and visited Mom, Dad in San Jose. Then down to see my brother Jim in LA. Now we're down to San Diego checking out everybody.
Getting the tour.
Yeah, we're getting the whole beach tour.
So what are you doing out in Arizona?
Let's see, working in town south of Tucson called Sierra Vista,
Uh-huh.
doing some engineering for the Army. And I'm going to do it until the government runs out of money, which is going to be about 15 minutes.
15 minutes, and then you're gonna hit the waves.
That's it.
All right, retire at a young age.
That's it.
Sounds good. Any women in your life right now?
Well, I got married and then got divorced. Got
married,
a job,
divorced.
then I lost it. You know, it's just up and down thing.
Everything's changing.
Got a
Changing the world.
girlfriend, Debbie, now. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Give me a little shiner there. What's that?
That's Telly.
That's Kelly?
Telly.
Kelly?
She's napping.
This is gonna be your first time? Your daddy's gonna show you how it's done, eh?
This really is heavy, huh?
Yeah.
Another James.
Another
The
James.
family.
Okay.
Carrying on the tradition. Can you say hi? No. You
All
say
right.
hi.
So tell us to all those other Hardys out there all over the world what you're up to and what's going on in your life.
He's ready to see the beach.
He's ready to see the beach.
Get hopping those waves.
That's good.
And he's gonna walk right over there. Just a couple minutes.
Cool.
What am I being interviewed for?
You're being interviewed for the Hardy family history book to go out all over the world to let everybody know what's going on with the Martin Hardy family and the Richard Hardy family and everybody else.
My name's Suleiman. I'm a Slovakian refugee.
This is John Stanford. This is Jimmy Hardy. It's,
John Stanford?
John Sudall.
John Sudall.
I better leave one behind.
Name's John Sudall. I'm her husband,
So he says.
father of some children.
Most of it. Most of it.
Most of my children.
Now, Susan, you're Martin's second oldest?
No, I hate to admit, but the oldest.
The oldest.
The oldest.
The responsible one in the family.
I'm trying to set a good example.
Now, how many kids you got now?
I'm currently at 3.
Currently at 3. Looking to more in the future?
Oh, we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see what life brings, huh?
So tell us what's new and exciting in your family.
Well, this is our latest one. What's new and exciting, John?
John, what's going on with your life?
In our life.
With my life
Besides
or my
that
wife?
chair. Well, with your wife or your life?
I lead such a boring existence, I have nothing better to do than repair lawn chairs.
Repair lawn chairs. Well, so you must be an engineer then?
No, I'm a banker.
A banker.
Hi, Mark.
Making money handling other people's money?
That's a correct statement.
Good. All right, well, welcome. With Amy. Amy, say hi.
See if the late arrivals need a hot dog.
All right.
No, you don't need an interview with me.
Well, just tell us a little bit what's going exciting or new in your life.
Well, new and exciting is I'm retired and I've been working on our house in San Jose. Got some new walls and ceilings and stuff, and we like people to come by and take a look at it because we kind of like it ourselves.
Sounds good.
Go ask Brenda if she has an ace bandage, though.
What happened to your leg?
I just sprained it.
You just sprained it? How?
Fell off the curb.
Are you? Ooh. He's talented. About this problem.
She's your sister.
What?
With John and his newest baby.
Yes. And he's about to crash on us. Future little football watcher here. His mother is already saying that she wants to have a little girl because the two of us are hard to break away from the NFL on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Is this your only child?
This is it. This is the only one.
This is the first of a big family or a medium-sized family?
It depends who you ask.
Okay.
If you ask Karen, it's probably the first of a 3 or 4 size family. I'm not committed.
All right.
Uncommitted, I guess.
And where are you guys living now?
We live in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Oh yeah, with the Storm City.
That's right, the hurricane city.
Okay.
And they pronounce it Lafayette instead of Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Lafayette, that's right.
All right, there's the cutester. Today, first she stung her toe and then she sprained it later.
Do it until I'm on the grass. Don't do it when I'm playing after Scrabble.
Okay, good.
I get back to Tucson.
Oh, are you videotaping?
Martin, looks like you got some sun today.
Yes, indeed. Oh, more than I needed. Yeah.